Okay, so we're going to be working on the rear door and the guard of this teeter. Now I'll just zoom in so you can get a close look at what we're going to be doing. This is a typical door nudge from car parking. And the first thing I'm going to do is use a Dremel and Dremel mop with a bit of paint repair cream, just to show you how quickly and easily damage like this can be taken care of. That's probably way more polish than what we actually need, but we'll start with that. Now you'll notice with the mop, as I first start to use it, because it is a new mop, it will throw fibre all over the place. But once you've used it a couple of times, that'll settle down. Right, so we have this small chip in the door, caused by another door backing into it. I just want to go over the process of getting your applicator started. So I'm going to zoom out of that so that you can see a little better what I'm doing. Now when you get your applicator, you'll get your bottle of paint and your applicator. You need to open your applicator, take the tip out, and then put about half of your paint into your applicator reservoir. Doesn't need to be a great deal, just enough to make sure that some actually gets down to your tip. We'll just screw that back on, and then put your lid back on. Make sure it's firmly fitted, and then give it a squeeze and make sure it's pressurized. It should spring back out and you should feel the air pressure inside. If it doesn't, you'll hear or feel a leak, and if you get that, you need to unscrew your cap again and just screw it back in tightly. Then you can remove the white tip, which you can then actually dispose of, and screw your applicator tip back in. Then you need to squeeze your applicator a little, then tip it upside down, and ideally test it on a piece of paper or something similar. But then you can, and I know the camera's at the wrong angle for this, but then you can put a little bit of paint into damage. When you let that pressure back out, that stops the paint and draws it back into the tip and back into your applicator. So your needle should then theoretically be clean. And as I squeeze that, you'll see there's no paint coming out of it. That's important because these tips are extremely fine, and if you leave any paint in there, it'll dry, it will be uncleanable, and you'll have to replace it, which is easy enough done. There are replacement tips on our website. So now we're going to zoom back into that and you can get a look at it. The paint is still wet.